Precella.
And I'm Timothy Precella. This is a blended math 314 and 1314 class that we're doing together. And as you come in, you choose anywhere in either room. You'll be able to see what we're doing, but if you want to actually look at us, you know, I guess you got to turn the...
you don't need to see us.
But you don't need to see us, trust me. You don't. What are you going to see? I'm half hidden anyway.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
We're the only two people in the world still wearing masks. But,
And
you're...
I finished the treatment in March after 2.5 years, but my immune system has not bounced back yet. And so
It actually got a little worse last month when they checked it earlier this month.
Mm-hmm. So we'll be wearing masks. So on the funny side, as I've gone through this pandemic, I'm just grateful that I finished radiation in San Antonio before the pandemic started, just a matter of days before it started. But the funny thing is that I think back and I think, my goodness, suppose I'd been up there, you know, living there at the Drury Hotel and going off for radiation every day. The high point of the day was at nighttime at the Drury Hotel. Of course, they had the free dinner and the free drinks. And I think back, suppose I hadn't been able to do that, you know. So that would have been terrible. But anyway, I'm just killing time waiting for late stragglers to show up.
Mm-hmm, but we can talk, you know. Every teacher uses Canvas now to put their course information there. So this is what my little dashboard looks like, different from yours. If I click on this Monday, Wednesday college algebra class, there's actually, you've registered for 2 classes, intermediate algebra, foundations of algebra, right?
Right.
And college algebra. Not a whole lot on the foundation of college, or the foundations of algebra Canvas page. Pretty much everything goes through the college algebra Canvas course. Because your goal isn't to pass foundations of algebra; it's to pass college algebra. You're in 2 classes. You're going to get 2 grades, but
your goal is that 13-14 grade. That's what you want to pass. It doesn't, if you pass the college algebra part of this course, it doesn't matter what you make in that 314 part, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So
if we start looking at the college algebra part, let's just go over and give you a little rundown on what this course is, how it's set up. And I guess maybe I'll try to justify why it's set up like this. But
we've set it up so that it's simultaneously a face-to-face class and an online class. You can decide after today, oh heck, I'm not going to go up there anymore. I'll just do everything online. We're using the exact same course that we've been using for our online classes, okay? It has the same homework, the same tests. Everything's different, of course, because of the way my math lab changes numbers and shuffles the problem order and all of that. But it's still the same shell. If you decide, let's just say your child gets sick and you're going to miss a week, you just stay caught up on what's going on, watching the embedded videos that are made using this little camera here. And as we have class each day, we'll record the video and then we'll add it on, we'll upload it so that if you miss it and you want to see exactly what we did that day, then you'll have that you'll have access to that. But the whole goal is a simultaneous situation where it's face-to-face if that's what you want and online if that's what you want. Now,
back in the olden days, everything was paper and pencil, paper books, and at this point, I think after the pandemic, we were already teaching online classes before then, but now I understand. Oh wow, what if something happens? It used to be
we did understand. I remember we worried about hurricanes destroying the MC building because we had been told as faculty, if there's a hurricane and the buildings are destroyed, you have to be able to continue providing instruction if you want to get your paycheck. And I remember we were the department chair back then was meeting with the dean. Faculty go through annual every 3-year evaluations.
Well, the full professors.
Full professors, it's every 3 years. And Dr. Halcomb told Antonia, our boss, she said, the Precella seem the ones that are the most prepared. If this pandemic happens and the school has to shut down, it sounds like they're the ones that are ready. And we were. We were like, okay, just now start watching the videos going through.
It's funny, on my YouTube channel,
right there before the pandemic, Tony's there recording, telling them, oh, there's this virus, and we may be missing a few weeks, and if we do, you're going to have to go and you're going to watch the videos like you do when you're absent now and do the homework. So we're going to go through the high points of the 2 syllabi, the college algebra and the foundation syllabus. Oh, God, we look so young back then. Oh, I guess it's just that we don't have masks on, right?
Yeah. And I'm not wearing my glasses, so I don't see any wrinkles.
I need to do that.
Wait, here.
Yeah.
Let me look at my playlist. In January 2020, spring 2020, I started a playlist.
14. There's spring 2020.
Oh, spring 2020. Well, today we're going to begin a new playlist. And do y'all want to guess what it's going to be called?
It's not going to say Math 13-14 class lecture spring 2020. What do you think it's going to say?
Exactly. And so, these are the videos that'll be, well, you'll see as we go through it. While we're saying, you could do it at home. Well, everything I'm saying here, when I'm working examples, I say on videos that are embedded in the homework.
Now, if you've looked ahead and you have questions, that's sort of hard, so you might want to come to class then, okay? I've encouraged people, okay, if you have a chance, try working a little bit ahead and seeing, I remember this from high school, I can do this. Then you don't have to come to class that day. Or, I don't remember any of this, and it seems hard, I might want to come to class. Is that clear? We'll be here. And there's another important thing.
Also, every class period, if you're making a special drive up here in torrential rain especially or something, if at any time something happens and we can't be here,
we'll post an announcement on Canvas. So but if you're driving up just for this class, then check Canvas before you make the drive, okay?
And if you forget and you come here and it's 2 o'clock or 2:05 and the room's still dark, that means
we posted something on check
go
Canvas.
On, you have
but hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully that won't happen.
But I've learned over the past
3 years, 3.5 years.
Anything could happen. Oh, I used to think I'll never miss a day.
Years without missing a class.
Yeah.
Years without missing a class.
But then, people get sick. Things happen. Not exactly what I was expecting.
Time flies even when you're not having fun. Okay, let's look at the syllabus for college algebra first. We're just going to hit the highlights. Okay, you're taking two classes, but you're not going to be able to tell that it's 2 classes. The way we have it blended, you really won't. It's not like there's not one My Math Lab course for 314 and one for college algebra. Okay, it's all blended together.
But all your homework and tests are going to be done online. Okay, all of that you can do at home. Well,
notice the second sentence here. Attendance is not required as long as you are doing the assignments.
Okay. There's embedded lecture videos, and you'll see all of that when we're going to do the first lesson today. We got to. Just so y'all know what you're getting into. But even tests you take at home, and the Pearson has a monitoring system for the test that works only with Windows and Apple computers with a webcam. If you have a Chromebook, you can use it for homework, but it won't do it for the test. If you don't have either of those, if you don't have a Windows or Apple computer with a webcam, then we'll.
There's several computer labs in this building, and so we can reserve a computer lab sometime around the test time. But
some of the tests are due like on Friday or Sunday, so I mean, you're not gonna be doing them maybe on the day
they're due. But
in every test you get 2 chances on, unless you don't take it by the due date. Then we'll discuss what happens then, okay? But you're going on Canvas to get started with this. You'll click right here at My Lab and Mastering.
Wait a minute, let me see. Look at the student view. Some of them just go, okay, here's the student view, and there's like a
square root.
That's the first assignment. So a lot of people will go and click there, and then they'll have to go through and to set up their MyLab account. But under ideal circumstances, here's how you would access it. You would click MyLab and Mastering, and you'll open MyLab and Mastering. That's how I like to do it. But y'all go with that little sidebar. That sidebar is relatively new. They didn't used to have that there on the side of Canvas. And that's the instructor home, but anyway.
So you can go here and click Assignments. When you do that, you'll see every assignment this semester. How many do you think we're going to have? Keep in mind, it's 2 classes.
32.
Yes, 32. Not that bad.
That counts tests and quizzes also.
And reviews.
Yes, and reviews.
Mm-hmm. So 32 for 2 different classes, that's not that bad.
Okay. But I bet you most of them.
Oh, go away.
Okay, here. We'll just go to
just assignments. Click one of these.
Or right here. But if you click on assignments, you'll see, because the way my lab is embedded into Canvas, you'll see all the assignments. And here they have it separated, quizzes and tests, and we have an ungraded sample test that you can use to check your device to make sure that your computer will operate the Pearson monitor system. So, let's go back to the syllabus. Okay.
Oh, you got to start the coursework during the first 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. Why? Because the state of Texas and the federal government requires that we that y'all are all in here doing something that it's not
that you're not.
That we're not.
In order to get tax dollars, we have to swear, fill out these little forms swearing that y'all are working on the course material, and just logging into Canvas and setting up your MyLab account doesn't work. You have to have actually clicked on a problem and started a problem for it to count, okay?
But the very first problem in the course is so easy anyway. Well,
okay.
My 95-year-old mother probably would have a hard time with it, but still, after we give you this excellent instruction, you'll be able to do it. Okay.
But if you're waiting on financial aid, Pearson offers a 2-week free trial, and I think it costs about MyLab. It costs about $100, but keep in mind it's 2 courses. So that's like $50 for one class book and $50 for another, but you don't need a book. All you need is the Pearson MyLab access, okay? But if you're waiting on financial aid, you can still get started with that 2-week free trial. Mm-hmm. And when they send out that form for us to sign and swear y'all been working on the course material, if you haven't, all we do is we just click a little button saying that you haven't been working on the course, and then the registrar will remove you. You get a refund also, okay? And so it's not like they're stealing your money. The registrar would remove you from the roll, and but here you've signed in. You're here. You've already signed in, so you may as well set up your account and do at least one problem, so you get counted, as actively working on the course. And homework. Okay, well, you'll be doing homework, okay? You'll be doing homework using MyLab.
And we'll demonstrate that when we do the first lesson and first assignment.
I'm just reading through this and hitting the
there are due dates on the homework, but that's just to help you move through. If you prefer to, if you're going to leave this class and go on a Caribbean cruise for 2 weeks and, I don't have any internet connection.
Back in the olden days when we would go on cruises, there was no internet or anything. You couldn't use your phone or anything, but now, they have Wi-Fi on those ships and stuff.
But anyway, I'm just saying, if you can't do any homework or anything for 2 weeks, anytime during the semester, that's okay, because the homework, there's no late penalty. You'll just have to catch up real fast, okay? Once you get back. The test, however, there's going to be 2 tests and a comprehensive.
No, I think I want to mention something else about homework. You have to work the homework assignments in order. There's a prerequisite on each one. This is trying to stop you from just, I'm just going to jump in and do this. No. We don't have any late penalties on homework. But the trade-off is you have to go through it in the order in which the assignments are listed. Here under my math lab, or my lab math, well, the first assignment obviously doesn't have a prerequisite because we haven't done anything. But to do the second assignment, complex numbers, you must score at least a 70 on the first assignment before you can do the complex number assignment. If you miss problems on the first assignment, you say similar problem and you keep working it till you get a 70. Now, here's the ungraded sample test that you'll use to check your Pearson monitor compatibility to make sure that your laptop or desktop computer, what have you, will work with the system.
You'll probably have to download. If you click on that,
yes.
You see download
Pearson lockdown browser. Do y'all see where I'm pointing right there? And as fate would have it, we can't do that. Oh, what is this? That's not. Oh, here it is. Are they going to let us do this?
They usually don't because
we don't have administrative privileges. For some reason, teachers
you can't just download stuff on the school computers.
You have to have the IT people come. No, I don't.
It won't even let me download it on my office computer.
Yeah, they gave us laptops when the pandemic started. Can we download this stuff onto the? Oh,
nope.
You see, they need all that stuff right there. I can't. We don't have administrator. We're not the domain AD.
But if you're just using your own personal computer, you have the administrator.
Privilege.
Or if you get a computer from the Student Success Center, I think they already have it on.
Right. Okay, but you can't jump around in assignments.
I was going to actually discuss that once we started going through.
Okay. Well,
I thought to the syllabus.
Okay. There. Tests.
2 tests and a final will determine along with the homework, will determine your college algebra course grade. And we've already mentioned that there's a 14-day free trial period. And you may think, this next sentence is stupid. But it's happened before. You can't take the final exam and finish all the coursework while you're on the 14-day period because once that expires, you're gone.
Your grades are
gone. Your grades are gone, okay? If you don't pay for it, Pearson ain't going to give us your grades, okay? So,
it sounds crazy, but
I've had students do that before.
And I was really impressed, and I didn't have to tell them, I'm sorry, you still got to pay, or else I can't record your grade, because when the 14-day period is gone, your grades would be gone, okay? So
now, you are allowed.
Now, once you pay for it, then the grades are back
all there, and once you've taken the final, you're finished with the course.
Some people will start with the 14-day pass. When do they release financial aid? It's like 3 weeks, isn't it? Some ridiculously long period, am I right? And so there'll be people that do the free 14-day pass, and then they don't get the financial aid for 5 more days or something. Well, once you pay for the code, all your grades are right back there, so you're not going to lose anything.
They don't lose anything. But our new boss says that we can only allow y'all 2 attempts on each test or quiz, and the higher grade will be used. Now, I mentioned earlier that you get 2 attempts if you take it by the due date. If you do not take a test by its due date, Pearson will automatically assign a 0.
And that counts as one of your attempts.
However, you can still take the test any time before the end of the semester. There's no late penalty.
We're trying
on
something new
tests.
that we've never done. No late penalty. Okay, so let's say you're at home, you're getting ready to take the test, and they're digging in the back of your yard, and they cut your internet line. No late penalty on the test. Okay, so
and then
no
after they do that, you don't get the test taken. You go on a vacation, return
3 weeks
later. You can still take the test.
You only have one opportunity, though.
But how many other teachers are going to say that with no late penalty? I don't know. Maybe everyone does that. But there's only 2 attempts.
That's departmental policy.
Well,
so I used to like 3. We used to do 3, but
we can't anymore.
Yeah.
So.
No one can. It's departmental policy. Only 2 attempts.
Okay. We've already mentioned the lockdown browser and monitor system.
Oh, and you'll need a photo ID when you're taking the test. There'll come a point where they'll say, show your photo ID to the camera. And that's the thing we watch so closely, making sure. Is that ID that person there?
I don't care if you have notes.
You can use your notes.
But I want to make sure the person that's taking the test is actually the
person enrolled in the class. Does that make sense? Yeah.
So, there's all these analytics that this stuff does, the Pearson monitor system, to determine if a student is cheating, and then they'll flag it and let the instructor know, okay, watch here, watch there, and so forth. Anyway, so I don't think anyone will be cheating. Pardon me?
So we are allowed to use
Sure.
On the test, I mean, I imagine most of you, I'm assuming the vast majority of you will want to take the test at home, and so I'm not going to try to police all you using notes at home. I mean, so if you, I mean, I
You
don't.
cannot use your phone with
You
photo
can't
map
use another
and take a
ID.
picture.
You can't use another
stuff,
ID.
you know.
You can't use another person. But your notes, you would have worked a review very similar to the test that you'll be taking. I'm assuming you'll have it written in a notebook. Oh, this problem, I don't remember how to do this problem. Oh, look through. Oh, it's like number 7 on the review. How did I do it? So, yes. So.
Oh, the homework, you can print out any of the homework.
Is it? Is it set to? I think
I didn't
if
set
we
it
haven't
up to.
set it to, I don't remember if the default. I think the default may have changed to not allow printing. Okay, but if it, we can set it to what if you try printing it and it doesn't let you print, you tell us. And well, if I remember, I'll go through.
I'm going to try it on the first when we do the first lesson. I'm going to look and see does it print.
Good idea. Okay.
Now, every now and then I've mentioned quizzes, and you might think, well, wait, you said that college algebra grade is determined by homework, 2 tests, and the final. The quizzes are used
for the foundations course. There are 3 quizzes, and the average on the 3 quizzes is what's used for your, I keep wanting to call that intermediate algebra, but it's not intermediate foundations, okay? Remember, you're in 2 classes. The developmental foundations class and the college credit college algebra class, okay? There are 3 quizzes that will be used to determine your 314 grade, your foundations grade. However, if your 1314 average is higher than the 314, you get the higher of the 2. Remember I said the most important...
to make an A in college algebra. You make an A in college algebra, you're getting an A in foundations, and you're getting
That's the ideal goal, but the real goal, if you want a baseline goal, your goal is to pass college algebra. Because if you pass college algebra... Well, I'm setting a baseline, okay? Just the bottom baseline. You want to pass the college algebra because if your college algebra average is higher than the 314 quiz average, then I give you the college algebra grade. There are some students that, by, say, November, they've realized, they're going to pass the college algebra. They won't even bother with the quizzes. They can tell they're going to pass college algebra. They've watched videos. They're working ahead. They know they're going to pass it. Okay, then you don't even have to take those quizzes. You're right, but
It's still good practice.
Oh, this warning here. I
Okay.
cannot be responsible for technical problems. Waiting until the due date to take a quiz or test could result in a 0 in the event of technical problems. Well, you'd still have another, remember you have 2 opportunities.
Except for the final
Final
exam.
exam.
We were at MD Anderson on the day that the summer semester ended, and we foolishly let the students take the final, and this is going for y'all too. You're going to have until the last day of final exams at 11:59 p.m. I think it's December 14th is when the semester ends. You have until your phone says December 15th to take that exam. Well, there were people waiting till 11:30 to start the final. Oh, don't wait until the very last minute.
I sound like such a bad person. So I'm telling them, here, let me copy and paste this paragraph from the syllabus. We're warning paragraphs.
Oh, well, can't you just extend the semester by a few more days?
No, the semester's over.
If I extend the semester for a few more days, I'm going to get in trouble. It's just like if you work at HEB and the store closes. Okay?
And then people are there at
the
the door
asking you, let me in.
Can you do that?
Can you just let it open for another 2 hours? No, I'm going to get in trouble if I do that and my boss finds out. So,
there I'm talking about the prerequisites and the homework. We've already mentioned that. Late penalties.
Wow.
They've removed late penalties.
We have this many words to say there are no late penalties.
Oh, what?
Wow.
What are you saying?
There are no late penalties. The due date's intended to help you move smoothly through the course.
Okay, that's good enough. Okay. I don't know why you're being so
but I do
wordy.
warn you that, if you get far behind, it might be difficult for you to catch up.
That's the problem with no late penalties. Because
this is just a trial thing.
This is a one-semester trial thing because in the past, I always thought if there's not a late penalty, then people are just going to wait, and the last couple of weeks decide they try to do everything, and so. But y'all aren't going to do that, right? Okay, good. You need a calculator with a logarithm key, and it needs to be a direct entry calculator, not a reverse notation calculator. We'll be using. You all see this? These old TI, 83 or something like
83, 84.
But we're not going to be using the graphing features of it. There's no reason for you to invest money on unless you already have something like this. I would not spend the money. You can get some very nice direct entry calculators for under $20 at the big box
what does he
store.
mean by direct entry? Well, when we see square roots today, you want to enter it the way it's written, not
25 square root. You want to write the square root symbol
25.
and then the 25. If you're uncertain, if you're buying a new calculator, don't open it and save the receipt. And when you come back, show it to me and I'll say, yes, that's good, or no, that
or
isn't.
if you want to do it like my online students, send a picture to me and say, hey, is this one okay before I open it? Yeah. Okay.
It's getting to where almost all calculators are direct entry anyway, only old calculators for the most part.
You can use your calculators, but you can't use phones or other electronic devices when you're taking your tests and quizzes. Now, if you want to use that on your homework, that's okay.
There are a few things like the TI. You can use a TI Inspire, but not a TI Inspire computer algebraic system. That's what
if it has CAS, you can't use it.
A TI-89, no. A TI-92, no. A Voyage 200, is that Casio? I think it's I think it's a Casio, the Voyage series.
And the HP-48 series. You can't use those. I had a student in another class email that she wanted to know if she could use a TI-84. That she doesn't have any of the calculators I listed.
The ones that are listed are the ones you cannot use, okay?
And you can't use your cell phone during your quizzes or tests, okay? So,
I sort of have a problem with that.
That was something we were told. But, if you have a really good calculator on your...
business math and the business calculus...
If you have a really good calculator on your cell phone and you want to use it, then That's fine.
When you're taking the test, assuming you're taking
As
it
long
at
as you're
home
not
at any
taking
time,
pictures
just
of the
just
problem.
hold the calculator up to the thing so I can see. Oh, the calculator on your phone. Just hold it up there and say, I'm using my
I don't
phone.
remember before I was. This is old Samsung Galaxy phone here. Switch it to this.
You're saying that to me just to show me.
No, Tim,
Just
I'm not.
I don't know how to do. Oh,
There.
okay.
This is I don't even know the name of the app, but it looks like a TI-84 sort of, and it works great. That's the one I use. It has a logarithm key,
It's free.
and it's free, downloaded through the Android Play Store. I'm sure Apple has something like it.
So if you want to use one of those, then just when you have your phone and you're taking the test, just hold it up. You can speak right to the camera and say,
Right. Oh.
I'm using my calculator on my phone. I'm not cheating. Okay.
Okay. But if you start doing this, the thing's recording you, and the little analytics that it's doing is going to start flagging.
They're using photo.
Okay, so you don't want to do that. Okay. Oh,
goodness.
let me see. What did that app? It
course
says
it.
Calculator 84.
What is
That's
it?
what it says.
Hold on.
Let me see. See, that's the one I just used. Calc 84. And it's a nice little, but it's free, and so you're going to get some ads. What is this? A Walmart ad up at the top. Oh, okay.
Oh, at least it isn't a Viagra ad.
Oh, there's a website for business calculus that we use, and oh my gosh, the ads are, it's a free website, but boy, it's out of Brazil, I believe.
Yes.
And there's okay, so how do we?
Course grade. Here's the
Wait, no, the
important
contact information. The best way to contact it, well, heck, is email us through Canvas. Okay, we have our little.
You can try emailing us directly. We have our direct email addresses on the syllabus, but realize that the college's spam filters so many
emails that come directly, it goes into junk. And so,
Gmail, it seems like Gmail, I just always have to be checking my junk folder. If it's a Gmail address, and that's what I use for personal, for non-school related stuff is my Gmail account. But still, this college's spam filters sure like to throw that into junk. So, best way to contact us is through Canvas email.
Or if you're actually here.
Yeah, you could speak to us in person, if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the important stuff. Your homework average counts 20% of your course grade. That's another thing. We used to do 25% on everything, but then the department decided that
the final had to be 30% at least.
And so then we moved the homework is only 20%. The test 1 and test 2 are 25% each, and the final exam is 30%. So here's how you calculate your average at the end of the semester. 0.2, that's the 20% times your homework average, plus 0.25, that's the 25% for test 1, plus 0.25 times test 2, plus 0.3, why is that 0.3? Because the final
30%.
exam counts 30%. So 0.3 times the final exam grade. It's rounded to the nearest integer.
But you don't really have to do that. The Canvas grade book actually is the best one to look at. But Pearson has a grade book too that you can look at. But there's a problem with the Pearson grade book. They assume once you take test 1,
they assume every test you take is going to be that same grade.
Okay.
Canvas is, at the beginning, the Pearson grade book was better.
But now Canvas is much
better. So if you want to see your grades at any given time, right there. Click the grades on Canvas. I think grades, that's a more accurate representation of your actual average at any given time.
Oh, back to this. God. Oh, you're not going to be
Y'all ain't
cheating.
gonna cheat. If y'all
but-
start cheating, remember using the other electronic devices during quizzes and tests is considered cheating.
And if you say cell phones may not be used, sure, you can take a phone call during the test. You can't call your friend on the phone and say, help me solve this quadratic equation, okay?
And you can use a calculator, but you can't use the photo. If they see you taking a picture of that problem and using your little photo math, no. We'll get all these alarm bells and
then you'll get in trouble.
then we'll have to, and I don't
Oh
want
gosh,
y'all
we'll
get
have to
in
look
trouble.
at, what is it, you'll have to get a 0 on a test then if you're cheating.
No, we don't want
And you'll
that.
even be, punished to the maximum
Extent allowed by Delmar College policy.
I don't know why that sounds funny.
Students should refer to the code of conduct in the student handbook. Have y'all read that? The code of conduct?
Well, I think if you don't cheat, then everything
I
will be
think it says
okay.
stuff like don't cheat.
And don't attack a student.
No,
Don't
no.
attack the teacher.
Office of Disability Services, aren't they relocating very soon?
I think so.
Aren't they shutting down the Harvin Center for renovation very soon? And they're moving those people that have offices there into portable buildings? Yeah. For over a year, supposedly.
That's what we've heard.
And here's the bad part. I hear they're putting porta potties for the portable buildings. I'm like,
Oh, gosh.
oh Lord. Oh, no.
Oh, gosh. Well, anyway, so there's tutoring. There's a lot of free places you can go. The Math Learning Center offers. Do they still do the online tutoring, or is
Yes,
it just?
they do.
Oh, okay.
It's face-to-face and online. In person and virtual meetings. They're doing it both.
Oh, and we have hours there, but there's also at the new campus and at the Windward campus. That's the former West campus. They have a Math Learning Center there, and everything they've told us is it's very uncrowded there.
So if you're going for tutoring here in the Coles building, and say you live close to the Oso Creek campus or the Windward campus, they have them over there too with tutors, and they're not as crowded because most math classes are on what campus? This
Still
one.
here.
But they have those other two locations. Y'all been to that new campus?
No.
No, I've driven by it and stuff, but I haven't actually been in it. They were offering tours, but we never went.
Tutor.com. Students like that. It's the.
And that's free in Canvas. The college pays for the access.
Oh, wait,
it's
no,
there.
here.
We still got to go.
Let me see. Tutor.com, online tutoring. Okay, so there's another
you
option.
take a picture and send it to the tutor, and the tutor.
But not the test problems, okay?
Not the test.
We've just been telling them they can't take a picture, but
That's for home.
that's for hopefully you shouldn't be getting tutored
All the
during the test.
gobbledygook this is directly from the academic course guide manual from Texas. And if you're buying a paper book, here's what it looks like. And when you're buying an access code, if you're buying your My Math Lab access code at the bookstore, you want the code that looks like this book right here. You do not get the standalone college algebra code. You got to get the blended. It's college algebra with intermediate algebra, a blended course. That's the code that you want.
Mm-hmm.
Is that it?
Oh,
That's it.
look at that.
Oh,
So you got a paper book too. Look at this. Yeah, there it is. You see? And look, there's no picture. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, my mother would be so embarrassed if I did this. Do you mind telling us how much it costs? Do you remember?
I just had them take it out of my financial.
Okay. You're not supposed to discuss prices or something.
Does anyone have an idea? I know that the code, the code by itself is about $100 if you buy it online directly.
Well, if you buy it...
Actually, I have a receipt.
Okay, let's see.
With sales tax, it's $249.83.
Oh my God! Oh my God! You can just buy online through Pearson Direct. You don't get the paper book, but it's only about $100 then.
I might have gotten like a journal or something with it.
Oh, okay.
You got that whole bundle, didn't you?
Oh, well, this is only a 16-week semester. I would just buy the 18-week thing.
And I'll tell you
the
the
24-month one, if you're confident you're going to fail and repeat the class.
And
Why would
then
you do
you have to
that?
make sure that the college isn't going to change
Or Pearson
textbooks,
doesn't change
or Pearson
editions.
doesn't change editions. My advice is always buy the cheapest one, the 18-week, because you never know. Pearson can decide, how much is it? $75, and for 18 weeks, that is, only buy the 24 months if you're confident, or if you really think, oh, I'm going to flunk it, I have to retake it. Plus, you've checked and made sure that Pearson is going to continue that edition. Okay, so.
And also, you're going to make sure that you're going to flunk both classes.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're taking the standalone college algebra course, it's
That's
a
a
different book, a different code. That was not my idea. I was opposed to that when the department decided on that.
It seems like they never do what we.
Yeah, we're always opposed to what they want to do. So,
Yeah.
but
Sounds like we're
majority
just complaining.
wins. I know it. Okay. Majority wins. We'll complain.
Oh, don't say that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now we're going to come over here very quickly, and here's this one. This is the one.
This is the foundations, which says, not much.
There's not much there.
Oh, just
Hold
assume
it
like that. That
down.
sounds
Oh, you're taking this course. It's not intermediate. 3 foundations. That's right. You're taking it simultaneously, and at the end of the semester, you're getting 2 grades. Realize that your goal should be to pass that college algebra class. But if you decide, oh, I can't do it, at least pass the quizzes and finish your and get up to level M3.
So you just don't have to take 6 hours of math the next time.
And everything there.
But just a repeat of everything over there.
The course grade.
Oh, wait.
It's the higher of your quiz average or your Math 13-14 course average.
Oh, shoot. This 373 should say 1314.
No, 0314.
0314. Yeah.
I thought I'd caught all of those.
Yeah.
but,
Okay.
goodness.
Okay. Well, that's a neat thing about having it digital. You can change it in a little bit. Yes, like right there, he says.
Oh my God, I can't get used to this 314 stuff.
She's
To me,
still
it's
saying 373.
Math 373 and Math 13-14. So,
Oh, that's
but
bad.
I've not been in front of a class in 3 years, so
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't been in front of a class since March.
Of
Not in
course.
front. I'm sort of to the side now. But. Okay, so Tim, what are we going to do?
I think we should start doing some square roots.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started with this. And I am now going to.
Can everyone hear us? I should have asked that. Yes, even the far off.
Okay.
These things are working. Yes.
Okay. I'm going to stop this recording.